So we've got Rezzivaers talking to Foodshops about the lolly stuff, I guess. Let's go.
Hello?
Hello.
All right.
Hi.
You have 5 minutes. What's up?
5
Okay,
minutes.
So
1 hour long.
I want to clarify
Nice.
that I was brought in because I was invited in, and
It's Friday. Anybody can call in on Fridays. You don't need to fucking justify it.
No. I'm just I'm just pointing the blame towards somebody. Okay.
Yeah, it's Chai. I know. She already talked about it. Yeah. We already had this discussion like 2 days ago. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I'm in here, honestly.
What do you want to? Do you want to talk about something?
Not much. No.
Okay.
Oh, this is
why don't you stop?
kind of boring
lolly?
me. Okay. Wait,
The
what was
fuck?
that?
It's not harming anybody.
Stop consuming lolly.
Not much. No.
Okay. Why don't you stop consuming lolly?
The fuck? It's not harming anybody.
I mean, yeah, but you don't like.
It makes me feel good.
Yeah, but you don't. Well, you say it doesn't make.
Foodshops is winning so hard. What the fuck? Gee, she's unstoppable. She's unstoppable today.
You feel good. You say that you also don't like it. So I understand, like, these aren't mutually exclusive, right? Like, in terms of, like, what it is. But,
yeah,
like,
but,
what,
you know,
like,
part
when
of
you
me also going to therapy for it is also, like, me not having that anxiety anymore. What was plaguing me was that anxiety. I got rid of the anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Da-da-da.
you're just comfortable with doing it then.
Yep.
Okay.
Dude, she's stomping him.
What?
Not a hard argument.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can have hard arguments about this, but, like, okay, all right, so, all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's self-destructive as fuck, but it's amazing content, and Rezzi's not providing an argument. That's the thing, right? It is like Amos Yee. It is. Fucking terrible thing to go online and do, to sit there and say that you're fucking jerking off to lolly. But very self-destructive. Very, very bad. But very funny, and if she wins the arguments, I mean, she won the argument, no?
Right.
Pedophiles can be good at debates, guys.
So, yeah, you find it icky and disgusting. You have a part of your brain that wants to protect kids, and I know how optically bad it is. I know people who dissociate.
No, that's not the problems. That's not the problems I have.
Yeah, okay, so what's your problem? Make an argument, Rezzy. Let's make an argument.
It's the fact that you talk about this with a very callous disregard that causes, I don't know, a lot of stress for people, especially as a public broadcaster.
Your issue is that she causes stress for people. Your argument is that she causes stress for people by saying things they find uncomfortable. Come on, we can do better than that, surely. At least say that you feel like she's normalizing it. This is just weak. This is so weak.
I don't talk about it unless I'm commentating on it or anything like that, or I'm joining a panel whose topic is like directly related to it.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. Like I don't bring it up out of nowhere and I go like, oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna talk about lolly today. Like I just don't do that. What the fuck?
Okay.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. So okay. So do you think that like you're over engaging with like the current discourse then, or no?
I'd like to cut you off really quick. It does harm someone, right? It harms you at the very least. Correct?
It's bad for you. How's Foodshops going to reply? Is she prepared for this?
It harms your social prospects.
I'd say, to be honest, if we're talking about harm to Foodshops, I would say let's talk about the 8 cans of energy drink per night, or the 5-hour energies, before we address the porn consumption. There's some much more imminent threats that are occurring here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen us stack up the monster cans on a desk, but I've got bigger concerns if that's the angle we're taking.
That harms.
No. Hold on. I kind of changed my mindset about
clang.
I think that I was so intent on chasing after like preservation of bridges. After I got over like the initial November thing, that I was like stressing myself out. I think part of the reason that I left myself open to WIC in the first place was because
I don't
I
give
was
a fuck
so
about any of those
Yeah,
people.
this is sulfur.
Right? I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about any of those people.
No, but I'm explaining my mindset, right? Like that's the whole point, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm
Because
telling
that-
you that it does hurt you at the very least because it has negative impacts, repercussions on your personal life, your social life, your job prospects within not only this space, but I'm sure like more generally. I just don't understand how you don't get that.
I totally get it, but for me, it's more like, you know, I weigh the pros and cons and I go with it. It is what it is, and I don't feel horrible.
All right.
Like,
I have nothing else to say.
especially
Sorry.
with this
Bye.
subject anymore. Yeah. So, as I was
Mocked.
saying, right? The thing is, like, I can totally get people's concern about it, especially around the optics and especially around like connections on that front and etc. Right? But you know, it's something I weigh for, and I go, you know what? Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead with it because here's the thing, right? For example, why would anybody climb Mount Everest? Chances are you're gonna fucking die, right? But the thing is that you know someone's gonna go.
It's just like climbing Mount Everest. Oh man, this this is pedo sophistry. Now this is pedo sophistry. Okay, this is what Chud's talking about. All right.
Climb Mount Everest anyway. Chances are, you know, if you die from climbing Mount Everest, you're never gonna get a job again anyway, right? The thing is, I guess the analogy I'm making here is more like, you know what? Fuck it. You know, I hate office work. I'm gonna be in this space. And I changed my mindset enough to not be as pained by this as I am. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll be honest, I'm not affected at all now. In terms of like mental anguish, yeah. But
do you think you're porn sick?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that like there is a necessity of?
No. Let me clarify. So I jerk off once every 2 days. Accept it as it is. I'm only bringing. I know it's weird, but I'm only bringing it up just to clarify.
That's fine.
Stardust has seen my goon stash. I have sent her 3 links. And she says that no, Foodshops is not a pedophile. Like, here's the thing: is that I'm not a fucking porn sick motherfucker. I'm just not.
Okay, well you.
Okay.
No, like I'm asking this because like it's more like, did you start with Loli or has Loli become an increase, like over time, or like
That's an interesting question because here's the thing: is that I can't give you an answer because I don't remember. The reason is because it's like asking you, okay, when were you into domination and submission? You know what I mean? It's like asking somebody, okay.
Oh yeah. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but the other night Stardust said, Foodshops is not a pedophile. She knows Foodshops is not a pedophile because Foodshops sent 3 links to porn that Foodshops likes, and Stardust determined that she was not a pedophile from those 3 links. Which is foolproof, obviously. I just can't see any flaws in that. Stardust is a great job staking your reputation on the idea that Foodshops is definitively not a pedophile. That sounds really smart. That's really smart.
To you know, this tradition, this king. No one can answer.
Right? I mean, I
can.
Sense? I absolutely can. Like, I had this one girlfriend who was really into like BDSM stuff and was like, "Hey, I want you to try this stuff." 21, actually, it was exactly when I started getting into that. Got into poly
so
when I was 30.
Remember, but I can't. Okay, so I mean, it is what it is. I'm just
cross-dressing.
Yeah, so I don't buy this stuff that. So what the fuck did Rezzy just say?
Sorry. Gone to poly.
Sure.
Ayo.
You can remember, but I can't. Okay, so I mean, it is what it is. I'm just
cross-dressing was like 27, 28, because of a person I was with.
Okay, I get the point. But I'm saying that I cannot point out a specific point because right now I think.
All right, dude. Top 10 mental images I did not need to see. Rezzy cross-dressing at number 10. Rezzy cross-dressing at number 9. Rezzy cross-dressing at number 8. Oh, man. That's fucking ill. Holy shit. I've lost what I was saying beforehand. Yeah, sorry. Foodshops absolutely would remember when she started getting into Lolly, 100%, and why.
think what you're trying to imply is that I am kind of like slowly building up until such an extreme fetish, right? But it's like some people.
Well,
can
I'm
answer you on
asking
some
if it
fetishes, some
is
people
like
cannot
something
answer
that
you,
you
right?
built
Like,
up as a fetish, or if this was just something that has
it was just always
been.
there. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, yeah. I just don't care. For me, it's like it's just like why. For me, it's like I don't care about asking these questions. If that makes sense, right? Like it's more about if I
Okay.
know that I'm not going to harm anybody. If I know I'm not going to harm anybody, and if I know that the only part I have to solve is me being happy in life, then I'll just try to aim for being happy in life and not harming anybody.
Mhm.
And you know, with both of these conditions being satisfied, I'm fine with life.
Okay. And yeah, it's good that you're not harming people. I will give you that credit. Right.
That's literally never gonna happen. I don't know why people keep implying it. I think it's disgusting that people
Mhm.
keep implying it, but just mainly because like anybody in real life and people who know me in detail will know that I'm literally like a big softie. Well,
Okay.
or a little softie. I don't care. But the thing is like literally, like I can't hurt. I can't hurt shit. I don't know what else to tell you. Like I don't know how much more I can express this. It's
Well,
very
yeah,
tiring.
but like you realize that, of course.
Yes, I know the optics. People look at it and then they go like, "You're a walking red flag." Okay, so you have to kind of justify you're not going to be harming anybody in the spaces. So I'll ask these people this: if you feel like I'm harming anybody, then produce evidence. Produce evidence that I am DMing a minor, that I am going after somebody, and
I've produced a
and
different.
whatever.
I've
The
produced
burden
it.
of evidence is on
I have
other people,
produced a
right?
different type of evidence by saying
Yeah,
that
circumstantial
you're.
evidence by linking a lot of lives
No.
together that produces a lot of red
No, no,
flags,
no, no,
and
no, no, no,
you
no, no,
put
no,
a
no,
jacket on me.
no,
No, I get
no,
it. No, I get
stop.
it. I get
You're
it.
missing
Yeah,
the
it's like
point.
it is. It's like this is just a virtuous pedophile argument, isn't it? It's like saying that you're a better person because you're a pedophile but didn't didn't act on it. Is that not what's going on here? It's not the angle I would take Foodshops. I'm gonna be honest.
Wait,
But
I
sure, go
said
ahead. I know what you're
earlier.
gonna say though. Yeah.
What am I gonna say? Go ahead.
Because what you're saying is that the different kinds of evidence is everything that you've been saying online, and
Mm-hmm.
people are able to find a reasonable enough link. Because the thing is that with enough red flags, you can kind of draw like kind of intuition where you go, you know what, this guy is sus.
What do you mean by the virtuous pedophile stuff is cope? What do you mean by that? Because that can mean a lot of different things, right? Because do you mean like the original thing where it's like if they commit to not harming children, they should be allowed to work in schools? Because obviously I don't agree with that virtuous pedophile thing. But the idea that, you know, if someone seeks help, takes all the actions to not even be around children. It's about like totally removing access, totally removing the opportunity to offend. That I can sort of see and be like, okay, yeah, I'm with you. That's a good thing to do. But then there's like the original thing was, what was it? It was that, so it was like a Salon article or something that was saying like, if these virtuous pedophiles or no maps or whatever the fuck you want to call them, non-offending pedophiles, agree to not hurt kids, and you should let them in schools, and that's just like fucking insane.
Enough to actually be X or Y, right?
Mhm.
However, I would argue that with that, I provided enough substantial, like, kind of explanations for each of these kind of circumstances. And if you don't see the
I mean, I think that someone is literally a pedophile and not an interesting Fred has broken brain as a warped perception of the world. If they haven't offended, they will eventually. I do all pedophiles offend or attempt to offend? Is that really true? All of them? 100%? Well, I know the recidivism is really high, and like it's a fucking very difficult. You know, any treatment is very difficult to approach, and we don't really know what the right way is right now. I don't know that 100% of them. I don't know that's true. It's just your theory. Okay, it's just conjecture. All right. Usually, sometimes you have studies, sometimes you don't. So it's hit and miss.
these explanations, then you're just choosing to ignore them, and that is a problem in of itself for
Okay.
you, right?
So
You're the only one who
that
ever
wasn't what I was
has
gonna say.
studies there.
I said that
studies
you
at like
treat
fuck
this,
me.
you treat this issue with callous disregard, all right, without like levels of nuance, while demanding a level of nuance for your own arguments, and that a lot of people have a lot of trouble with that because of the fact that it
Wait,
seems
I
like
want to refute that. I want to refute that. Wait, I want to refute that. What point?
Jerking it to lolly is an act of pedophilia. If you define pedophilia as an attraction, just the colloquial way, as an attraction to children, yes. But I really hate this colloquial definition, not using the the more technical one, because it muddies the water so much. Because most abuse of children isn't committed by pedophiles, by the technical definition.
I wouldn't let that creature Foodshops climb me.
Oh my god. Okay, I was expecting more and more vicious because I was assuming it was Doobie. I wonder who it was. Oh, okay. So sorry, I missed the dono because it didn't come through. Oh, okay, I missed a couple. Doobie says for $5, child said he wouldn't let Foodshops babysit his children, and that's him being a responsible parent. Any responsible parent does not let freaks of Foodshops kind under any circumstance babysit their kids. Also, how to get access to Spicy Chat. Yeah, I agree with that. And how to get access to Spicy Chat, go to the Access Spicy Chat channel in Chud's Discord and react to the message. And a 420 donation from someone calling themselves Foodshops. I hid my lolly stash on Mount Everest. And then a $5 from Mount Everest saying, I wouldn't let that creature Foodshops climb me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, hit or miss as in sometimes I take what you say as a more fact because I assume you've got a study coming if I press it. And then other times I'll question it and you turn around and go, oh no, that's kind of how I feel. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm not necessarily wrong then. So you may not have I don't know how you presented it. I can't bother to scroll and read the message. That's just how I read it. So much maintenance into kids, or is having some people? I mean, I have no idea. No idea. Probably a lot of different reasons.
One point at a time, please. So for the callous disregard, I don't think I'm regarding like what I'm doing now with callous disregard whatsoever. Also, like in the past, I'm definitely like throwing around willy-nilly and whatever the fuck, right? But with this particular subject, I would say that I go into a lot of nuance, especially with this issue. And part of the issue with that WIC panel was that they didn't go into enough nuance. Does that make sense?
No, the issue. No, that's not the issue with the WIC panel. Even the issue with the WIC panel is that WIC went ahead said, "I have this deigned way to describe what fairness is," and then is trying to walk away from that. No, that's the major fucking issue here with WIC as a larger context.
Virtue signaling about fictional children only further pushes people like Foodshops to say, "Fuck it, you won't listen. Why should I shame myself?" That's probably true. That is probably true. This is probably all this stuff has probably pushed Foodshops more into the owning it. You know, she's a pedophile. I won't say it how she would say it because then I would be saying it would sound like I'm saying it about myself. But she's a pedophile. You know, fuck it attitude. Absolutely does. I mean, that's based though. That's good content. So fuck it. I'm glad they do it like this. Why not?
With the WIC panel, all right, but I'm just saying.
Well, that's fine. Then, like, no one. But I think more people give a shit about my issue with the WIC panel than about your issue with the WIC panel on this, right?
No. Just be totally honest. There's no way where I can actually talk about the subject in a way where it satisfies you, just because of everything that I've said before, and you will not accept. You
correct?
No, I do not care. I literally do not care about it, and it is what it is.
Oh. Yo! Foodshops won, dog. Foodshops is winning today. I'm sorry. This is a W Foodshops day. This is a W Foodshops day. I think the WIC panel broke. I think the WIC thing broke her. I think she snapped. She's going to be the pedophile now. owning it.
You literally just said that you don't want to talk about it, and that you're not bringing it up.
No, now it's a 2v1. Now it's a 2v1. So I
Yeah,
have to
Sulfur,
justify
please.
this, okay?
I'll bring you in, but I've got this.
How does one convey disgust of this without being sat with virtue signaling, please? Asking for a friend. Well, if someone's trying to have a conversation about it without actually trying to engage in it in a nuanced way, and then you respond with disgust, that is virtue signaling, because it's like, okay, yeah, we've already gotten past the point of acknowledging the disgust. Now we're talking about the nuance. To continue expressing the disgust there is almost always virtue signaling.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll explain things from my perspective, okay? Sure, so basically I own up to everything that I did, obviously, and I also don't stand by a lot of the irresponsible shit I did before, but nobody will accept that explanation. So fine, I'll prove it through action, right? So I think that through action, right, up until now, especially after I say I no longer stand...
They'll pretend you don't smell shit in the room. It's just, we're talking about, everyone smells the shit. Everyone said, hey, we all smell shit in this room. Now, how do we clean up the shit? And then you're like, oh, it smells. While everyone's trying to talk about how to clean up the shit. That's what it's like. Okay? That's the analogy there.
Stand by like the way I phrase things or the irresponsible way I phrase things. I think I've been talking about it in a way better manner. And anybody who has been watching me will tell you that. But I can tell that, you know, I'm not being
and prevent
watched,
people
okay?
from shitting there in the future. Exactly.
Okay. So you can say people aren't watching you, which fair, but you've also
Give
said
us specific examples.
You've said during this conversation, okay, that you're not going to bring it up, and that it seems like you have an aversion to talking about it. Generally
okay, let's
speaking.
be very
Is
clear.
that right?
You brought it up first, and you basically said, "Why can't
Okay,
you just stop chatting up to Lolly?"
Yes, during
bro,
this, yes,
I was the one giving you the free rein of the topic.
yes, during this conversation, correct. But during this conversation, you said that you generally wouldn't bring it up on your own. So are you only bringing it up as a reaction to other things?
Typically, yes.
Okay, so what?
Yeah, I'm no longer instigating whatsoever.
Okay, are you sure you're not like at all?
Okay, can you provide proof? Like, if you're gonna
no, I mean
insinuate
it's
that?
like no. I'm asking this because like I'm trying to just be like, if you're saying you're not, I'm trying to think this through. You're saying you're not insinuating,
you should have prepared, man.
You should have prepared.
Sure.
I do rando fucking call-ins on.
Jesus Christ. Foodshops power level rising. This is terrifying stuff. This is terrifying
Friday. What the fuck do you
Okay,
mean?
sure, but hold on, but you're the one who brought up the subject, so let's be honest, it's not
Yes,
a random
because
call
I'm
anymore.
asking you
Right,
questions.
called in
I'm
by
not
another
even
person.
trying to fucking hang you right now. I'm asking you questions to understand what your fucking modus is, as well as
Because I don't like
explain.
your-
No, and then
no,
like you go,
because I don't like the framing of your fucking question.
no, because you were framing the questions I was.
I don't want to hear anyone calling Lolly gross when you're seeing this on screen, okay? Like, anything animated is less grotesque than the sights of Rezzy and his wife beater.
Going to ask before I asked them, and then I asked you a different question. You realize that happened during this conversation, right?
Wait, can you repeat that?
You said this is what you're going to ask as a question. That wasn't, I let you go ahead, and I was like, what do you think I'm going to ask? I then went ahead and talked about your way of engaging with this, which, yes,
Because
you
I
have
know
this.
how you talk, okay? That's why.
You know how I talk?
You think
Well,
I don't know how you-
yes, you know how I talk, but obviously not well enough to know the question I was going to ask you when you said that you
Go
knew the
ahead,
question I was
ask
going to
the
ask.
question.
I did ask the question. I am using
Okay,
this.
ask again.
I don't need to
Okay,
because
ask it again instead
no,
of
you
trying to
answered
go like,
you
I was
answered it
trying to ask you a
before.
question.
What
Go
do you
ahead.
mean? You answered it before. I'm trying to say I'm asking you fucking questions to understand what what is going on with this, because I think that there is some value I can grip from that. And also because I was confused about the one thing on the Chud thing.
Ask the
Dude,
question.
Rezzy fucking sucks at talking about, like, almost any actual opinion. He just starts rambling, bloviating about nothing. It's so frustrating.
Do it. Ask the question. Just do it.
Give me 1 sec.
Hannah, I invited her on. Just so you know, it's Chai. I did that. That was me. Don't say she wasn't invited. I did it.
Okay.
Also, for the record, you have to understand I'm a little heated because I just came off of a panel where like it was literally the entire commentary. Well, half of the commentary community.
Wait, did you
were,
do
like, the
another
big
panel
ones.
on it?
No, like that was what I was talking about. The Chud panel,
The
right?
Chud panel? Half of
Yeah,
commentary? That was like Kuihman and a bunch of fucking retards.
Are they not a bunch of commentators?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I'm not a retard. I'm a smart one.
What?
But the ChudLogic's panel, did you
Well,
not
yeah,
see
I know that, but that happened like 2-3 hours ago at this point.
Well, okay, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's 2 or 3
Did you
hours
just
ago,
fucking memory hole, like, you know, the last 2-3 hours or what? Because,
wait,
like,
what do you mean?
anyway,
Because
yeah,
obviously
this
I'm
is
still coming
whatever.
down from a high from that point, right? If that makes sense, right? Does that make sense?
No,
or
because
does that
it's
not make
3
sense?
hours fucking later. How are you still coming down from a high
what
for
the
this
fuck?
point?
Why are you debating my feelings? What the fuck?
Because I'm like watching too much Tom shit. Anyways, so here's the thing. Right now, you're conflating this topic with things like climbing a mountain, right? Right? Like you're conflating this,
which
and you're not.
Which aspect of that am I comparing it to?
You literally said, "Oh, well, you're gonna climb a mountain, and you're gonna die."
Insurmountable task in which you understand the dangers, but you do it anyway.
Yeah, but but like, here's the thing: what is the utility value on the other side of that? Is entertainment in both cases, right?
No, for climbing a mountain, if nobody ever knows about it, why do mountaineers still climb a mountain?
Because of self-entertainment.
Great. So you understand, right?
Yes. Self-entertainment that is of a fully consensual nature, even in a
in a fully consensual nature.
Even within a non-virtual. Yeah, but even in a non-virtualized nature, right? There is a difference here, right?
What are you saying? Be playing, please.
Okay. Give me a moment.
Please don't go on this philosophical spiel.
I'm not
it's
going
very
to.
boring.
I'm not going.
Okay.
I am boring. You know who I am.
No, you're not boring, but your philosophical spiels are. Okay. And
true, yo, dude, what? What is going on tonight? What is Foodshops doing? This is obscene.
Nobody from your audience will tell it to your face, but I will.
They tell me it on a daily basis, so I don't know what you
They should do it more. Oh yeah.
I'm just not. I'm not like as much of a drama farmer as a lot of people. Okay, to begin with.
That's Cap.
So
that's Cap. He's been doing Tom 10 all day, every day for the last week. Come on now.
Here is the fundamental difference, right? If you were comparing the climbing of the mountain, you would have to compare to LOLI. You would have to compare virtually climbing a mountain in VR to what LOLI is, right? Climbing the mountain. Why not?
Okay, so you misunderstand. You're confused. So I'll correct that for you. So when I am saying, especially when going about the lolly topic online, I'm not talking about literally consuming lolly. I'm talking about lolly online in the platform.
Yeah, but you
context,
are consuming
right?
lolly as well,
it from a
right?
Place, a platform. What?
Yeah, but you are also consuming lolly, right?
Well, yeah, but that's completely separate, right?
Well, yeah, okay, but here's the thing. One of the reasons why people are calling you uncareful is that people are calling you uncareful because you're not taking the time to make these statements in a way to communicate.
Like what statements? What statements? Be plain. Be plain. Just say it outright. Don't waffle. Yeah.
Okay. So, you're moving around. It seems like you don't actually have a very consistent view on what it is you're trying to say. Right?
Okay. What would you say that one thing I was trying to say, but another, I say something different.
I'm saying that, like,
give an example.
I'm saying that...
No, give an example. No, I will place you on the spot. Give an example. You're making a claim. Provide some evidence.
Okay. So my claim is you...
Okay, are we going to say something here? Come on.
No. You already stated your
Jesus Christ, fucking say something, dog.
claim. No. Supporting evidence.
Okay, so
what the fuck is this? Is he having an aneurysm?
Are causing harm.
Okay, how?
Because. Yep.
Because of the way. Oh my god! Fucking copyrighted music, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully this doesn't pick it up. Hopefully it doesn't pick it up. Hopefully it doesn't pick it up. Hopefully it doesn't pick it up. We're just skipping it. We're going through it slowly. How long has this gone for?
engage with this topic.
Foodshops
How so?
extension Ilmo.
Examples.
Oh, I tell
So
what you're
when
saying.
we had that first conversation where you talked about this, the callous disregard causes some people who are in my audience who have been exploited as children to have a lot of stress and frustrations that I spent the entire night kind of talking to people about.
Okay, well, if you see that as a harm, then you shouldn't. It's your stream. You are the one distributing the content to these people. So if you see that as a harm, that is your responsibility. He didn't have to ask her if she was into Lolly. He didn't have to keep pressing about how into Lolly she was. He didn't have to do that. That's such a retarded point. That's not on Foodshops for saying it. That's on you. It's your stream, dude. You kept it going. It's not like she said it out of nowhere and just, bombed your audience of CSA survivors with graphic pedophilia talk. That's not what happened, is it, dude?
To, like, one, validate them. Two, make sure that they're taken care of. All right? And that is the harm that you're causing when you're engaging
Okay,
with
great.
the topic.
That's your audience. You don't need to engage with me. Like, what the fuck? Remember, you got to disassociate with me. Like, why the fuck do you need to, like, expose your audience to my content when you know that my content triggers them? It's like if a PTSD war veteran, who streamed.
Yeah, Foodshops is absolutely. Yeah, this is just shocking to see.
Exposed his audience, who is typically like him, to like huge war games, like Battlefield or something like that. It's something along the lines of that. Like, yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah, well, I think that there's like a place in the world where you can shoot somebody. I don't think that there's a place in the world where you can No.
That's,
do the rest of it.
You are making a wrong.
He's winning this debate.
What I'm talking about is audience and trigger. That's what I'm talking about. Okay,
He's
specifically in that context. Do not move the post. Okay, so what I'm saying is that, for example, a trigger is lolly, right? And then the audience effect.
No, the trigger isn't lolly. No, you're not. You're wrong.
Right?
You're actually just fundamentally wrong.
Okay,
this
so
is
maybe I misunderstood.
This is like, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the last point, because like the reason why I think you're wrong about this is that I consistently am saying the lolly isn't the issue, it's the way you're engaging with it. You're moving away from that.
Okay, so you're just repeating.
Wait, so he doesn't even have an issue with lolly? Oh my god.
But we're supporting evidence once again.
But the first thing he said to her is, why are you still consuming lolly? Why don't you stop consuming lolly? And now he's changing his mind. Now he's saying the issue is the way she talks about it. This is so lame, dude. Why are people so bad at this? Oh man, people are so shit at having these conversations. It's so fucking awful.
And I'm not like debate broing you. I'm just saying, like, where's the fucking evidence?
You are.
That's it. You're making a big claim here.
Am I?
Yes, you are basically roasting my coverage of the lolly subject. Yeah. For me, that's kind of insulting, like the way I kind of do content creation in general. I don't like that.
So this is what, because I agree that Foodshops is a weird little creep, but I'm not going to come in and make these fucking moral condemnations. It's better to just, like, farm. Be like, oh, so why don't you tell us about that time where your therapist prescribed you lolly? Why don't you tell us about that? That's the way you laugh at people like this. I don't know why you have to go for this big, why don't you stop doing what you're doing? It's like, fuck off. I don't particularly want Foodshops to stop being a pedophile, to be honest. It's funnier than shit. You know? Why are you trying to kill my cash cow? Come on, bro. That's my wallet.
All right,
You find it insulting?
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, of course, because I think I do it in a good way. But Rezzivaers does not. So obviously I find it insulting. Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? You're not doing it in a safe, good environment, period. But what I'm hearing from you in this call is that you don't care, that you're going to belligerently continue to engage with the subject matter out of some kind of ridiculous, like, is this vengeance? Like, I don't fucking get it.
Wrong. Okay. If you
Wrong
think
in
I'm
what?
doing that, then please explain how.
First,
Because you
which
keep
part?
repeating the claim.
Right, why does he keep playing copyrighted music? I'm gonna lose it. Fuck it. I think we've lost it because of the Beast Boy thing. Anyway, we might as well just power through. I honestly think we've lost it.
Why?
Which part?
Oh,
Within
skip through it. Fuck it. We'll skip through it. But he
Telling you that
plays it for so long.
Someone who does research in a field subdiscipline, an impact.
Yeah, Rezzivaers like so fucking unfunny for sometimes. It can be funny occasionally, but this is so you're just ruining it.
And they take that and they run with.
Like, does he not realize that if Foodshops ever is actually just like a critical mass LOLCOW, people are gonna want to use this footage in video essays and shit, dude? You're fucking it up.
If they don't believe it, they can just fucking ignore it. Who cares?
What you the personal
without looking at I'm saying that you don't come at me with the same energy like you do with other people at all. Kids, I get it.
Especially no, when we were sulfur.
She that's good care. Does that like, out of everybody, you shouldn't be saying that to me at all. Like, you know that the people came at me with the most aggression ever. Like,
is he high? Always, literally always.
Because, to be perfectly honest with you, there are a lot of people who say a lot less in.
Like, how can you possibly be this passionate? Like, this is just embarrassing, though. Like, people say that I'm being schizo or spurring out about stuff. This is literally, how much has she spammed?
At me.
The same thing?
Everybody shouldn't be saying that to me at all. Like, you know that the people came at me with the most aggression ever.
How can you care this much?
Saying this.
Because, to be perfectly honest with you, there are a lot of people who say a lot less insane shit than what you're kind of getting at right now. With way less smug fucking belligerent.
You're not specifying. Right? The problem is that you're not specifying anything right now. You're just not. I don't know what else to say. Like,
you aren't going to listen to anything I say, and you're being
like making Foodshops or at least autistic one here. That's just fucking nuts.
Belligerent.
You want to preach?
No, I'm telling you to log the fuck off.
Yeah, no, not based off your advice. What the fuck? I know that. Here's the thing.
No, I know you haven't listened to my advice ever, and you've continued to fucking make this worse for yourself. Period.
Worse how?
For
what do you define by worse?
What do you fucking think I'm talking about?
What do you define by? No.
You were on a stream today talking about being a fucking pedophile in front of thousands of people.
Bro.
Right?
For me, for whatever that is, sure.
You think that you're getting a dunk, and
I'll be totally fair. I'll be totally fair. I shouldn't have bitten down that bullet. But the thing is like you have to keep in mind that bullet I bit down on, it was specifically within the context of that person's definition.
You have not listened to me ever.
Are you gonna engage with what I just said? What?
Okay, this is cope. This is cope. The lowercase p thing. That's a total trap. But yeah. That's retarded.
That you're biting a bullet. I'm saying you should not have even been there talking about this issue, which has been my specific advice to you.
It was a fun
Since what, November?
topic. I don't know what else to tell you. It was a fun topic. It was a good topic, all right?
I'm glad it's fun for you. Just so you're aware.
Who am I harming? Go.
Just so that you're aware, people take the outrageous... Okay, but you can't let me finish because you don't want to hear what I'm saying.
Yeah,
to
you are being a little shitty. Let Sulfur finish. He talks slower, okay?
Okay, go ahead. All right, but don't take too long.
What you do has an impact, right? People say, "Oh my god, vile, repulsive, fucking smug, smarmy pedophile," and they take that thought and they say, "Okay, well, this disgusting freak said that this research was being done that said X, Y, and Z, and it impacts researchers, it impacts people getting funding, it impacts policy. You have more impact than just your little fucking bubble."
Okay.
You don't want to see that because it's inconvenient for you.
Okay, that's fantastic.
What impact? Where's the impact?
That's great, but I think the way I'm doing things is perfectly fine. And unless you are able to demonstrate to me in a specific way, I'm probably having a hard time.
The FBI might have an issue with what you're doing, but okay, sure.
But no, they wouldn't actually.
Right?
Why does that do that?
I mean, Bosch was reported already. What? How many times? Over his
reported? Yeah.
shit the other week because
Sorry, I'm
technically
not
volley
Vosh.
possession is illegal, right? In the United
I'm
States.
not Vosh.
Well, that's arguable. It's arguable. It depends.
I'm not
No, I know
Vosh,
you're much
okay?
smaller and you're much more vulnerable, right? You don't fucking get it.
And also, it's not in California. I'm pretty sure there's a specific carve out in California, which way she is. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the case. No.
I am actually so confused. I'm just confused.
No, I know
don't know
you're
what
confused.
you're saying.
You're fucking lost.
We've been over
No,
that before, I
because
think.
you're not giving any specific examples where I'm able to engage with you on that front. I'm willing to engage with you on a good faith way, but it just seems like you just came in here to.
This was earlier today.
No, you just don't like. You don't like what I'm telling you, which is that you should have stopped engaging with this subject. Period. Months ago.
So what I did was I changed my mindset and I'm re-engaging with it in a better mindset. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and it's still the wrong thing to do, and you're still
Am I
causing
having mental
harm.
breakdowns? Am I having mental breakdowns over this compared to November?
No, I know
Compare
you
me-
don't
compare
care.
me
I know you
now
don't
versus
care.
November.
Yeah.
Wait, what is
I'm
the
no
difference?
longer
Is there
at
a
the point of
difference there?
caring about.
Still taking it with a federal charge for it. I mean, yeah, I'm sure, but you know, like the point is that Sulfur said the FBI will have a problem with it, and that's just not the case.
About what you care, because you already
Good,
told me
I
at the
don't want
start
you
of
to
this
care about me.
conversation.
Hold on, I don't
No,
care.
and that's great. Done. Easy.
I don't know
I
what
asked.
else-
Is that true? The FBI said to not report drawings. Is that true?
to
One
tell you,
question?
I'm doing fine. What the fuck?
No, I don't care.
I don't need your care,
That's-
all right?
I.
People have drawn a lot
but
of
you're
pretenses off of
asking
caring.
me- Yeah. You're asking me to like make sense for you out of what I'm saying. You don't want to listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, explain. Go ahead. I'll give you one chance. Go.
Are you gonna actually give them a chance, or are you gonna talk halfway through them saying the thing? Like, I'm being real
I'll be
here.
honest. I'll be honest. I
No,
am annoyed.
Foods,
Okay, but
yeah,
go
you're
ahead.
annoyed.
course you're
Okay, no,
annoyed.
shut the fuck up, Sulfur. No, you're annoyed, but you are engaging really badly with Sulfur here. Sulfur is trying to lay this out. Okay, like, just in a general sense, you are being at least a fucking dick in this, separately from the rest of the criticisms.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Say the whole point, but don't be too long. Go ahead.
Bro,
Don't say this, don't be too long.
Such a fucking asshole. What is going on here?
Give her fucking time to talk. It's that simple.
And I appreciate the quick note. She doesn't care about normalizing pedophilic content. because she
No,
doesn't
stop.
think that
Shut
she's
the
a
fuck up.
pedophile.
Sulfur, just make the
And
point.
she
Sulfur,
doesn't
just make the
care
point.
about
Okay.
the research.
Okay,
she doesn't
okay,
care about
what?
the actual implications. She doesn't care that
That's
other
not
people
preaching.
might
Do you
hear
see how
that.
when you actually talk, it's not actually a point to contend on. It is, I
Yeah,
don't
because
care.
my issue
I
is
don't care, I
harm
don't
that's
care.
being
Like, that's it.
caused. No, I know you don't care. That's being made clear to me.
Okay.
I'm good on
How
that front.
How so?
What do you mean, how so? You told me at the beginning you don't care. You just went on like 5 minutes of saying you don't care. Like, that's fine.
Okay, to be very clear, I don't care specifically about how you feel about me at this point, okay? And I don't need your caring about me or a lack of
Fine.
care. I don't care.
So what else are we going to talk about?
Nothing! You came in here just to yell at me. I don't know what to tell you.
I actually was waiting patiently to come read a piece about why democracy is a religion and it's a false prophet, but you're still here, so I don't know.
We can talk about that later.
I don't know.
Sulfur, it's fine.
You don't need to engage with my material. You don't need to see it. You don't need to
No,
whatever.
I'm not going
okay?
to. I'm
Yeah,
Trust
like,
me, I'm not
good.
going
Then
to.
What
Yeah.
problem? What problem do you have? I'm so confused.
Oh, up until what, 10 minutes ago, still cared. I don't care that it's fine. You don't give a fuck about harm and so on and
Okay,
so
I
forth.
don't
So I
care.
don't-
But she hasn't explained the harm.
Again, I don't care
no,
specifically
you-
about
I
what
don't-
you care about me. All right.
no, that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you do you.
What else? All right. You sure you went into this with the best of mindsets? I can tell you right now, I'm perfectly fine. I don't know about you though.
You sound
Dude, this
heated.
is unfathomably based. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
But,
I am
alright.
heated because you're being annoying.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, I'm being
And I'm
annoying.
not afraid of expressing that at all because I've never shied away from my feelings or
Because
expressing
I'm
my
being annoying. Cute. Okay,
Yes, you're
fuck
being
off
annoying,
then.
yes. What?
Right?
I've already fucked off. I've always fucked off. What are you talking about? Okay, all right. See ya.
Have I been keeping the video's been mad quiet all night? Why did no one say anything?
All right, Sulfur. I think there are other
Yeah,
people that
if you
want
want
to yell out.
primordial big bad who is that big bad booty daddy? There's like 3 people that
Yeah, I
are
know.
also.
I think they all
Oh,
want to
listen.
talk.
Okay, wait, hold on.
I'll be
I
back
have
to talk
get
about
this-
back to you
I'm asking
later.
if you want to do
Bye-bye.
this. Okay.
Wait, hold on. There is a mystery I sort of want to get out of the way. I'm pretty sure Chai hated me, right? Like Chai was like going incessantly after me before, but like, why was there such a friendly reception in DMs?
Do you want me to be honest? I think a lot of us have been friendlier because, you know, one, you have SFO going around saying that you're kind of retracting a lot of your previous statements.
What?
And so
this is so retarded. Retracting the previous statements. Come on now.
Giving you the fair
You're kidding
benefit to
yourself.
actually listen to you, hear what you have to say, might have some value, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's probably why people can change their opinions of you.
Awesome.
And they were.
That's fantastic.
And so that's not the case. Now, but I don't want to jump you. I think
Listen, if you made your point, you're all good.
there are
all
other.
right?
I understand
But-
that there are other people here that want to make points. If you
What the- I thought it
wanna
was a
get yelled
5-minute.
at.
Okay.
yeah, I'm asking you because I'm
Okay,
pretty
if
sure they're going to yell about you to begin with because that's what
I
it
don't know
is.
about that. Okay.
I think it'll be quick. Okay, so
Okay.
all right,
All right.
we're
Go
gonna
ahead.
start with this one. Primordial.
Oh,
Yeah, going with you first.
well.
Here we go. More debates.
Foodshops. Are you there?
Okay. All right. Yeah. What's up?
Are you gonna run?
Maybe I will if you continue preaching. Yeah. Or doing whatever.
Do you understand at all why it's bad to be a pedophile?
Yes. Because
do.
it is an attraction you cannot demonstrate in action in real life.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, not in action. Not doing something. Do you understand why it's bad to be that at all?
Because you have an attraction that you cannot carry out in real life because it's very morally bad. What part of that don't you understand?
You don't seem to understand what I'm asking.
No,
Do you
clearly not.
understand why it's bad to be a pedophile?
You have to rephrase it, I think.
Did you not hear what I just said, or I'm so confused.
Because we don't want kids to get hurt.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
and you
seem
to be
literally
okay
my
with
entire
holding kids.
reasoning. That's
What?
literally what I said. What are you talking about?
No, you
This
kind
is
of
a
like
fumble.
move around it. You don't want to say what it really is.
What the
What?
fuck? Bro,
Huh?
I'm putting it in a way where it is clearly demonstratable, right? If a person has an attraction that is forbidden to carry out in action in real life,
Okay,
then that is
you're-
where
you're
the
just-
harm comes from. That is why we want to protect kids, right?
I don't care about your action. You're jerking off to kids. It's bad.
Okay,
Just say it
jerking
plainly.
off
Just say
to
it
a
plainly.
cartoon drawn depiction of children.
Oh
Okay,
my
let's be very clear. All right.
Really go outside and say that to anyone.
Primordial. Good thing I'm not talking about that outside then. So I think I'm good on that. front.
I'm on the internet,
I think
idiot.
you should. I think you really
Oh,
That's what you
man.
sound like, by the way.
Okay, I don't.
Go ahead.
That's fine.
All right.
Look, I would
Explain.
say what
Go.
you sound like, but I don't want to get
No one's saying you can't bully them. The fuck? I bully them.
banned.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Anything more
Listen,
Primordial?
I don't like getting anybody banned either.
Look, I just you keep talking around it. People keep saying like, "Oh, it's a drawing. It's this." Go outside and say it.
Why the fuck would I go outside and say? You're saying as if I am not like self-aware, but I'm totally self-aware on this front. Okay.
I
Why the
think you
fuck
know
would I go
what'll
outside and
happen.
say it? Well, yeah, of course. I'll probably get stoned to death, which is why I'm not saying it outside. What the fuck? That's the obvious. I don't know why you keep repeating the questions as if it's some kind of gotcha. You just look incredibly silly.
So you know it's bad to do. You know that other people see it as bad.
Okay. Am I having sex with
And-
kids? Actually.
We don't know.
Okay. Why don't you try and find out and produce some evidence?
Oprah made a good point. The FBI does
She did
investigate
not.
these things.
She
No,
did
they
not
don't.
make a good point.
No,
Okay?
they don't.
If you want to call the FBI on me, go ahead. Try it.
I would strongly suggest anyone listening to put a tip in.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Anything else?
Jesus. I mean, well, that fell flat.
Let's get those.
By the way, you totally
percentages up.
floundered the
Let's get
entire
those
time, okay?
percentages up. That's all I'm saying. Let's get those percentages up.
All right, cool. Who's next?
Oh, man.
Next
By
one.
the way, low opposition,
no.
okay? Very disappointed.
Uh-huh. All right, Big Bad.
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to ask you, Foodshops, to basically Primordial stole my thunder a little bit there, but
Stay TOS.
Not really.
Don't
We
be
have no
idiots.
thunder.
can you shut the fuck up? Like,
Am I talking right now?
you
Yes.
just interrupted me twice.
Well, I was just quiet just there.
This is the whole problem with you. It's that you like have a
Oh,
complete.
great. A preaching.
You're
Nice.
completely disconnected from reality.
Get it out of your system. Oh yeah, get it out of your system. Oh yeah. Yep, I'm the one disconnected from reality. Yep. Even though I literally said if I go outside and talk about it, I'm gonna get stoned to death. Yep. That's disconnected from
But you
reality.
still jerk off to child porn.
It is jerking off to a drawn depiction.
You're splitting
Of children.
hairs. You're splitting
It's
hairs.
not. That is not splitting hairs, bro.
Doesn't
Why
matter.
do you think? Okay, why do you think I'm splitting hairs here?
Because it is a depiction of a child.
Exactly. It's different
Yes.
from real life. Okay, that is a distinction.
How can you say it's splitting hairs? That's just so insane.
I always make.
You are so
when talking
delusional.
about
You
it.
don't, this is my point. You don't live in real life. You don't express any of these opinions.
Oh no,
to
I'm
anybody
breathing.
in
My
your
heart is
real life.
beating. Life is
All
good.
that
Okay,
stuff you
I don't know what
said
to tell
about
you.
your psychiatrist and how they said it was okay for you to watch CP.
Okay. Do you know what
Like,
OCD is?
nobody,
Hold on. No. You said one point. Let's go over it. Let's just go over
yes,
the
I
entire
know what
thing.
OCD is.
Wait, no. Let's do it. What, okay, tell me what
Are you
OCD is.
trying to say that your propensity to jerk off to CP is OCD?
No. I'm just
Because
seeing
you just
if
admitted
no.
earlier that this
I'm
has
just
been
seeing if
something
you
that's been going on
No,
through your
I'm just seeing
entire
if you
life, that
understand.
you've always been attracted to minors.
I think I'm sensing a case of B and S here. B and S. That's what I'm feeling.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is the problem and the frustration is that a lot of people don't seem to know how OCD works. Okay, for example, OCD is an anxiety
Listen,
disorder.
don't have a
all right?
dick measuring
When you are
contest with
looping
me,
around
okay?
for OCD,
Yeah, food shops are doing 20 rounds of Lolijutsu. That is a jiu-jitsu. Yeah, that is a good statement of this. A good explanation. It's an hour long, and she just mugs everyone the whole time.
Expertise
you're
in biology. Don't tell me,
and
oh yeah, you don't know what
ruminating on the
OCD
anxiety,
is.
okay?
You
Your
are so
triggers
delusional
that
and a waste
dedicate
of time.
itself to that anxiety. When you are
Truly
triggered by
are.
something that reminds you of something, you are basically a victim of that, right? So, for example, a person who is extremely religious would maybe have a propensity to homosexual.
Honestly, it's amazing. This is like the one topic where she can form a coherent thought. It's fucking hilarious.
OCD. And on that specific front, if they see something like a gay pride flag, all right, they will get triggered because they get the intrusive thought, okay? But once they get the intrusive thought, they will begin ruminating, right? So when they begin ruminating, that is the part of OCD that is really harmful.
Dude, what is Rezzy doing?
In order
He's
to
lifting, bro.
Big bad, let her big bad, big bad. Let her finish, and then you can speak, okay?
All right, so if you want to go ahead and fix OCD, one of the things that you sort of have to get over is specifically the CBT aspect, okay? For example, cognitive behavioral therapy is one thing. Yeah, that was brought up. No, it's not cock and ball torture, okay? So for that one specifically,
same booby traps as face shops.
You're exposed to a little bit at a time until you're finally getting rid of the anxiety. No, it does not mean I'm being exposed to child pornography, okay? What that means is it exposes you to anything that reminds you of that anxious thought. For example, for a person who has the gay OCD,
Dude, what is he doing?
homosexual OCD, right? They are being exposed more and more towards gay-related material. It doesn't mean that they're gay. For example, an ace person can have HOCD. An ace person can have POCD as
Okay, they're letting Foodshops monologue for way too long.
well, right? So what I'm saying is they're exposed more and more until, that happens. Now, my lolly consumption is completely separate from the OCD aspect. At the time, the reason why I gave POCD up is mainly because of the reason that I was panicking. And obviously, I don't stand by that anymore, right? Because I realize it is irresponsible. Now, if you want to talk about how, okay, so I basically brought up, hey, by the way,
it's just fumbling here.
person,
the POCD stuff, you just got to stop talking about because you have fucked yourself way too hard on that.
I consume lolly. And my therapist was like, whoa, okay, all right. So, and I'm like, okay, but my POCD gets triggered when I consume lolly. So I try to avoid lolly, just mainly because, it triggers my POCD, it triggers anxiety. And then the therapist goes like, you sort of want to expose yourself to that fear. So what you want to do is that you, like, unfortunately, it does sound weird, but you sort of, on these specific cases, you do.
She's workshopped this so hard that this is like such a reframing of this story.
You sort of want to consume lolly, okay? That's it. It's not complicated. It's not hard. And
I know
that,
it's not
by the way, that
and,
part was
oh
only
my God,
specifically one small segment of one session out of like 15 sessions or something. Okay, so yeah, it's what the fuck.
Okay, Big Bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your go.
I
Big
already
Bad.
knew about that bull, whatever. Okay, anyway, let's cut to the chase. Didn't you say that your therapy was successful? You're done with therapy, right?
Yeah, which is why I advocate for
Okay,
mental health.
and okay, stop. Did you or did you not jerk off to child porn 2 days ago? Or you said you jerk off every 2 days to child porn. You're still doing that, right?
I disagree with the characterization of child porn because that implies an actual.
Oh my God! Again, you are splitting hairs.
Okay, but she said that the POCD isn't there anymore. So I mean, what she's saying is that she's free to consume as much LOLCOW as she wants. Is essentially what she said there. That's so it's saying that, well, you've completed therapy, so why are you still jacking off the LOLCOW? Well, no, she's saying that no, now she's unchained. Now it's open season on the LOLCOW.
Okay, you are still masturbating to drawing pictures of children, of cartoons of children, right? Okay, so you're.
Okay,
it's abundantly clear that you're lying about your therapy.
Exactly, it's purely recreational now.
Okay,
I'm
because
not lying.
It's like that brass eye bit about heroin. Did you know what I mean? Where he's like, heroin's one of the most addictive substances, but you can consume it safely. Like me, for instance, I use heroin once a month on a purely recreational basis. Maybe feel less stable than me, less middle class, less white. Stay well away.
It's almost impossible for me to lie, by the way.
Nobody worth their salt would tell a patient that. Okay, that's
okay. You're
part
not
one.
A
I know how you're lying.
You're not a specialist.
Stop. B, you said you completed your therapy. Okay, and you still have the same issue. You still have the same issue.
It's not an issue anymore.
So
it's a choice.
Horrible therapist.
Okay. You cannot fix your mental health issues permanently. You can't cure them. Okay. The best thing you can do is you can keep them down. That's it. So far, I haven't got the tools to keep them down. It is what it is. I'm sorry.
Your definition of keeping it down is still masturbating to drawn pictures of children every 2 days.
No, keeping it down. No, you're misrepresenting me. Keeping it down means I take sertraline, right, which is medication for OCD, all right? And number two, keeping it down also means that, honestly, I don't even get POCD attacks anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. So with that specific front, I just take medication.
Okay, so all the CP jerking off has nothing to do with your POCD, excuse me.
Again, I disagree with your framing.
Like you said earlier, it's deep-seated. It's been with you your entire life.
Wait, we can't move past this point of you calling it CP, right? Because
again, listen, there's a reason.
There's a reason.
Dude, I mean, Foodshops.
Yeah, Foodshops got Sky Spurgeon. This is embarrassing stuff.
To be clear, stop.
6 minutes.
Stop. Yeah, you did go on for a very long time. I think that you gotta get big about the same thing.
Same tired bullshit you always say.
I'll probably write it down. Yep. Go ahead.
That's what I've been doing.
Okay.
God.
Okay, so I totally lost my train of thought there because I keep getting interrupted. Good. Okay. Whatever. My point is that you're still not cured.
Whatever happened to the older gent that used to be on with you, Kuihman? He kind of sounded like Rezzivaers. Who do you mean? I think I might know who you mean. I don't think I'd be happy hearing you say that.
You still masturbate to these drawn pictures. You're not going to call it CP. because it's a cartoon. It's not an actual picture of a kid. Okay, you're not going to therapy anymore. You're saying that you're not going to, renege on anything you're saying about, pedophilia being bad. Okay? And then you're wondering why everybody's coming at you. Well, now I do.
Yes, lolly is drawn CP, yes, but if you just refer to it as CP, you're invoking the same weight as the real thing, and that does a disservice to both.
Remember what I was going to say. So are you, you just said earlier that that you can't express these views to anybody in your real life. So it's wrong. But you continue to do it. You don't care. You say that there's no harm there. There's harm to you if anybody in your real life finds out about it, which, I mean, your face is all over YouTube. It's out there. The information.
It's similar to, not exactly the same, but it's similar in a way to, saying like when someone regrets consent or something and then they say it was rape. It's sort of like that in a way, right? Because it fucks with, but it's not quite. I don't think it's quite a perfect analogy, but it's in the social dynamic and the way it affects the language. As a linguist, rhetorician, debate coach, MMA coach, NBA coach, football coach myself, I know a lot about language. But yeah, that's I don't know. I think it's retarded. Just refer to it as CP.
Information's out there if anybody really wants to dig up and find it on you, and you seem to not care about the long-term effects of that on your life or anybody else in your life, which you want to do harm to yourself, whatever, that's on you. But anybody else in your life that has to be collateral damage because you're a disgusting human being, I don't know how else to put it. Like you just keep doubling down, you just keep digging your hole deeper, and I don't know what else to say.
Okay, who cares, dude?
Good. Can I respond to every single one of your points? I wrote them all down. Okay.
Oh no.
So,
no, it is 20 rounds of lolly jiu-jitsu. Oh no, dude. Oh god, this is about to be horrific.
I don't want to be interrupted for this, so I'm gonna mute you. All right. Okay. So number one. All right. You say that you call it CP. Obviously, I disagree with that framing, right? Because specifically, what I jerk off to is lolly. For example, there are.
Heyo.
I hope Foodshops gets arrested. The car.
I don't know what you're gonna say there. I'll read it out myself. I can't see the message preview. Yeah, it's Doobie. Okay. I hope Foodshops gets arrested. The cardiac kind, from drinking too many energy drinks. Thank you, Doobie, for the $5 once again.
Are so many people who jerk it off to lolly without actually being into CP. All right. So when it comes to CP, usually what people imagine and what people kind of think in their heads is an actual child being exploited for sexual abuse. Obviously, when it comes to lolly, it is drawn. Okay. You say it's still not cured. Okay. No, I'm not trying to cure the aspect of me being attracted to lolly. Okay. The aspect that
just stop, dude.
I am trying to cure or treat is specifically the OCD aspect. Okay. OCD is an anxiety disorder. That is specifically what I'm trying to treat. Okay. Now you say I still masturbate to these drawn pictures.
This is so cool,
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not harming anybody. I'm not going to harm anybody in real life, and I'm not escalating anything. Okay. So you also said that I'm not going to therapy anymore. Yes, I'm not going to therapy anymore because I was taught all the tools in order to keep the anxiety down. And to me, I have to be very thankful to my therapist for that because my therapist is fucking awesome. Okay. You said that pedophilia being bad. I agree with you. Okay. The reason that it is bad is because that a person has the sexual attraction or romantic attraction.
I mean, to be honest, right up, yeah, I think she would probably agree with that. I'm sure. I think she would. Yeah, she would probably say, yeah.
Towards a child in real life, and they cannot perform it because of the morally bad aspects of it, obviously. All right. And then you're saying, wondering why people are coming after me. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised that people are coming after me. Okay. Obviously. All right. And then you said you cannot express these views in real life. Obviously. Right. There's lots of views that we cannot express in real life. Right. For example, it's very iffy to talk about, Israel and Palestine in real life, especially if you have a really, really denigrating opinion, or
people who consume lolly content be allowed to be around children. It's only a difficult question to answer because I don't know when you determine that someone. It's difficult how it looks in society, if you know what I mean. What's the setup for that? That's the only way it's difficult. But if I knew someone jerked off to lolly, there would be absolutely there would be no chance I would leave them around a kid. You are expressing a sexual interest in children in some form, and obviously that's why take a known risk? I just don't know what you mean by shouldn't be allowed around kids. Like shouldn't be allowed to work in schools and stuff. Yeah, I agree with that. But are we talking about like sex offender-esque huge restraining orders, like can't go within X feet of certain locations? I'm not sure if I'd go that far. I don't. That's, you know what I mean? Like if you say they shouldn't be allowed, you're talking about putting rules in place. Would the same people consume real CP if there were no legal consequence? Some of them, yeah. I don't think all of them though. I don't think it's 100% Venn diagram. It's definitely a bigger Venn diagram than with the general population. There's a correlation, I'd imagine. Oh, you mean judging it on the oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm with you.
If you cannot express these opinions in a good way, obviously, this is the online environment. For example, people log on to Kiwi Farms in real life. Sorry, online. People log on to more, 4chan, online, whatever. If you told anybody in real life about the contents of Kiwi Farms and 4chan, they're gonna go crazy. Okay, so that's a non-point. Okay, so and then when you say that there's harm when it comes to people in real life, there is only harm if I'm not doing a responsible job of keeping myself private. Okay, if I get doxxed, eventually, obviously, there's going to be harm, but this is no different from acknowledging that as a content creator, you might become big one day and get doxxed anyway, and malicious people will come after you no matter what. Okay, so that's an aspect as a content creator, especially if you're showing your face, that you have to come to terms with. Okay, finally, okay, you say I'm a disgusting human being. I don't think I am. Okay, I think I'm very nice. I'm very sweet. I'm very considerate to a lot of people around me. Okay, now specifically to people who think that the things I talk about is horrendous, I do not care about you. You're not part of my audience, and well, too bad. Listen, bring us some studies that show that me talking about it in this manner is actually harming anybody, okay? And then finally, you said I'm digging my hole deeper, okay? Listen, you can conceive it like that, but for me personally, my mind, at least the way I changed my mindset, is that I wasn't having fun with a lot of streaming just because of this controversy, but now I'm finally having fun. I feel as though, I'm engaging with it in a way where I feel like I'm being mentally productive, I'm being socially productive, and you know what? People in my audience like it, so I just don't really give a fuck, okay? That's it. Anything else?
Oh yeah, anything else? So I think you just have too much Destiny brain watching too much of them, because again, you think that this isn't going to help you. I'm sorry, harm you. Are you kidding me? Don't die. Everybody's so sick.
Well, you've got to show that it's going to harm, right?
Fucking
That's
bullshit.
the issue. You're not actually
you don't have to listen to me. That's great. You can block me.
Yeah, I do, because sometimes I want to watch somebody else's stream. Do you think I want to consume your content? Are you out of your? Well, you are out of your fucking mind. But no,
that's true.
It's their prerogative to cancel me off of their stream. It's their prerogative to blacklist me. Like, what are you talking about?
Which I hope is done after this, because I mean, you are irredeemable.
Waffled this entire time, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, shut up, stop. Okay, Big Start has a limited amount of time to get in here. Big Bad.
Wait, hold on. I don't want to be in here all day to have like 5 different people from
I just have one. I'm not even. I'm not gonna
Big Start's doing.
So yeah, here's the thing, right? Is you can go literally anywhere else online, anywhere watching TV, and you don't have to hear about any of this stuff. So if you care so much, just fuck off. If you don't want to hear this stuff talked about, fuck off. Stop watching. It's that easy.
Big Bad.
On to child porn and saying that she no longer suffers from POCD, but still jerks off to CP. do society a favor.
Okay, I'm not letting him continue this. Okay, Start. Go ahead.
So, I'm gonna be upfront first. I have HOCD. So I don't know if you know what that is, but HOCD is the idea that I look at my friends and family and I want to kill them. I have constant thoughts about it and the idea of it. I'm in a wonderful relationship. I have a stepchild and everything like this, and I have no problems with it because I've gone.
This is Rezzivaers community, by the way. This is Rezzivaers community.
I've gone through ERP. I've gone through the exposure therapy, and I know exactly what you're talking about to try and get through it. But my question to you is for POCD, general triggers for it are going to be things like being around children, visiting parks with children, picking up a child from school, going to a mall where children may be. How are you trying to justify that you are solving it by watching LOLI instead of having exposure therapy in ways that actually makes you around children?
Okay, so I actually do the regular exposure therapy, but in addition to that, I'm not seeking out LOLI on purpose, right? For example, if I come across LOLI and I find it attractive, I'm not jerking it off to LOLI specifically for the purpose of ERP. I am jerking off to LOLI because I enjoy it. However,
how many times does she have to restate this?
Triggers my ERP right earlier. Then
I just nearly laughed along up. Holy fuck, dude! You're just ill. You just like hearing about people suffering. You just like hearing about people who are fucked up and ill. You just like hearing that someone's tortured by their own mind. You're a sadistic person, Bug.
Obviously, right? As my therapist has said, right, you are triggering that anxiety when you are in that moment and you have the opportunity to practice it, right? Does that make sense?
Okay, but I'm asking, how does that? I understand that it triggers the anxiety. It's the same way that mine tells me I should watch movies that have gory murder scenes in it or things like that, so I can triggers the idea. And I get that. But my question to you is that's a little bit different of a standpoint than watching something that is a depiction of a child. And whether it is drawn or real life or not, it is still a depiction of a child and it is still federally illegal. And to my knowledge, and I may be wrong on this, but to my knowledge, it's not something that a general therapist or psychologist is going to recommend to you as a way to try and deal with those triggers. They're going to send you ways that are non-illegal because, to my knowledge, if they were ever to be asked, like they obviously you have a confidentiality between you and your psychologist, but if they get asked by the FBI, are you consuming CP? They have to report it because it is a harm to other people. So
well, okay, but they're not going to ask that, are they? Because they wouldn't need to, because they've got 1,000 clips of Foodshops saying it on stream.
Why would they direct you in ways that could be considered harmful to others?
Okay, sure. So you made 4 points. I want to address all of them, okay? But these are the last 4 points I'm going to address because otherwise there's a video that I already released on it. I don't know if you guys watched it. I don't care. So you said that it's different because it is watching gore while I am consuming LOLI. I would say that they're actually completely analogous, right? For example, if you are watching a gory movie that is specifically like, let's just say 95%, 98% gore, and you have that same condition like you said, then in that scenario, then I just don't see what exactly is different because, you can argue that consuming more of that would actually lead up to harm in real life one day because you're liking it so much, right? You're escalating that pleasure when you're watching that movie. I don't mean sexual pleasure, I mean entertainment pleasure, to the point where you want to see it in real life. Second thing is that when you say it's a general therapist, generally therapists will never say anything like this. This is why what is between you and a therapist is generally only between you and the therapist. Every single person has different kinds of solutions, and every single person has different methodologies that are applied in different situations, right? So not everybody is going to be same, not everybody is going to be, whatever, which is why kind of searching online about these kinds of therapy methods isn't exactly a one-all-fits-all for literally everybody. I acknowledge that my situation is very unique, okay? So third of all, confidentiality, I guess. So for that one, I don't remember what your point is on that one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
My point was just that pretty much if the FBI or like some other like federal law enforcement was to come and ask your therapist, does this person consume CP, then you lose your confidentiality because it is considered harmful to another group, and they have to federally like give that information.
Okay, sure. So you're talking about the mandate, right? You're talking about the mandate. I think there's only two scenarios in which they are going to be reporting you. I think scenario one is if you pose a direct harm to somebody, like you're literally about to like go out and do something, right? No matter if it's murder, rape, or whatever the fuck. The second scenario is if you have admitted to an actual like substantive crime where you're doing actual harm to another person, right? So, or if it's like something like possessed child pornography, right? However, I do recall when I told my fucking therapist, okay, she didn't really give a fuck about the legal aspect, okay? Because what that specifically entails is that, you know, lolly is just drawn. It's a drawn depiction. There's no actual real child victim behind it. The reason why a person with actual CP gets caught and why it's important to make a distinction is because, you know, an actual child is used in the prospect of that CP. And finally, the consuming CP part, what is it? What do you mean by that point? Can you repeat that one?
Oh no, it's the entire thing that I was stating.
Okay, yeah. So that goes with the confidentiality point. Okay. See, here's the thing. I understand why people view this in a negative light. I understand why people view this in a light that is, you know, different from everything else, right? Because it involves kids and people have an instinctive urge to protect children. I acknowledge that, right? But the thing is that you have to separate the fifis from the reality. Okay, that's it. And from the moral and inconsistencies as well. Anyway, that's about it. I think that's all the whatever I'm gonna have. I'm not about to do a debate marathon on your stream with like 6 other people in the waiting room. Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. All right. Can I ask you a few final questions then?
One question. You're allowed one question, otherwise you have to come on my stream or something. I don't care.
Okay, well, I will send everybody that wants to. I'll send them a link to your stream so they know where to go. If you're okay with that, I don't want it to look like a hate raid or anything. Can we give?
No. I give you express permission.
Okay,
right,
sounds good. Pixar, do you want to have a final word here?
No, I just want to say,
okay.
You remind me of a person named Claw, but they went psycho after they got big. I recommend getting big and then going psycho. It'll do you much better in the long run. Other than that, love you all. Have a good day.
Okay.
All right. Awesome.
Okay. So the very last thing that I'm going to ask you, if you don't want to take any more callers, it's fine. You know therapy doesn't end, right? What do you mean by completed?
The way I think both of the times I went to a therapist, I think at the beginning, I think one of the most important questions they sort of asked me was, hey, what are you looking to accomplish? What kind of goal are you trying to get at the end of like 6 months or 7 months? I think a big perspective is going to therapy generally. And I think that's fine. And it's good and healthy to go to therapy on a regular basis. However, when you're treating something like a specific ailment, like something like that, especially when I was paying like $200 a session, to be fair, I was only paying $60 a session because insurance covered like 140 of it.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is like, you know, obviously I don't want to stay in permanent therapy when there's like almost nothing left to fix, right?
Nothing left to fix.
Was done, we were both satisfied.
I think that directly kind of conflicts with some of the stuff that Pixar said, if we're going to take his HOCD diagnosis correctly. But I'm not going to press you too much more, as you said that you want this to be the end. And
is Pixar he or she? Sorry.
They're like me, they don't have that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I can say this to Pixar. Listen, Pixar, really nice talk. That person was probably the most understanding, and not the most understanding, but more like asked the right questions. I think that person asked the right questions, not the wrong questions, the right questions. And I would say that it's refreshing to see somebody with OCD ask the right questions because you know, you sort of have to get into that mindset. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be honest. A bunch of people are probably gonna yell at you after you leave, but
that's okay. I don't care about that. That's fine. That's like every stream ever outside of mine. Yeah. Okay. I don't care. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, Foodshops on YouTube.
Wow. Wow. Well, wow. Wow. Well, wow. Wasn't that amazing? Wasn't that amazing? Isn't that great? Wasn't that epic? Total food shop sweep. Those call-ins.